Hi there, viewers and gamers alike out there, and welcome to a special live stream edition of Autism Awareness Month. And this is Marvel Spider-Man. So, yeah, this is Autism Awareness Month for the entire month of April. I am your host, Leo Wolverine, the main founder and owner of this entire channel of Leo's Let's Plays Alliance, and not to mention making things possible for fun and everyone. And the thing is, we are going to kick things off with this entire live stream and make things possible. So let's get this started, and here we go. You know, I would so love to do this, but you know what they say, go for broke or not at all, because I think I'm gonna go for not broke. Woohoo! I'm glad that I'm gonna do a live stream about Autism Awareness Month for the entire month of April, and everything else in it. So, yeah, we are live in the air, and also people need to care from what it is worth it. I am going to say that this live stream will last about, I don't know, I'm going to say possibly an hour or two, but that's just my opinion. Depends on how many people who are coming in, but then again, you may never know. Also, live on PlayStation Broadcasting for those who come into to those who have a PlayStation account from Sony. You guys are welcome, and also hi there, and don't forget that I am just your friendly neighborhood superhero who has autism, who's been diagnosed at a really young age but never born with it. So that is what it is. Right now, it's just me who was in the live stream. Not sure if anyone else notices. I mean, when you do a live stream, you gotta make sure you tell the people correctly, because you have no idea if the live stream is coming in, because everybody lives in different time zones. Because right now, from where I live at, I'm in the Mountain Time Zone, and those who live in Pacific Time still have a school. Those in Central Time, I'm certain that you may be out of high school for now. I mean, done for the day, and also including the rest of the day in the Eastern Time Zone. Of course, the times or a bit shorter from those who go in high school than those who go from elementary and junior high, or they call middle school, in other words. So for that, I understand, because I've been through times like those before. I'm not saying I haven't. I have, and it's not a spoiler, and it's not a prediction. This is absolutely fact. Why do they say... and this is not just a spoiler, or this is not just a prediction, it's a spoiler. No, it's not. It's not a spoiler, it's not a prediction. This is absolute fact. So, once again, I welcome those who are people who have autism, and this is Autism Awareness Month for the entire month of April. So the colors are red, yellow, and blue. It's too bad on top of my profile picture that I'm alright with the Spider-Man logo. That definitely fits my signia, to be honest. What can you do? I'm trying to find the best profile picture photo that anyone can ask for, and then finally, something to look forward to. I found the perfect one. And there you have it. There's the PlayStation 4 Spider-Man logo, and the rest is history. Because this game came out in the year of 2018, and I am so happy that it just came out like butter. It definitely came out like butter. Ooh, let's switch it up, shall we? Let's see, where are you? This one? Wow, that is almost similar. I swear, that is almost similar. Uh-huh. Definitely almost similar. Okay. The Amazing Spider-Man suit, and I think I will do. I think I'll do a little bit of a bit of a lore on the suits, but not that much. Unless I get a lot more people coming in from Autism Awareness Month, but then again, because I don't see this happening. Ah, okay, King of the Ring, web throw enemies without having to web them up. So, okay, I get it, I get it, I get it. This one is quad damage. Assistance musculature's temporary details mastered. Okay, so I get it. I get it. Thanks for telling. Hello there, Austin Lawrence. Welcome to the live stream, and this is Autism Awareness Month live stream of Marvel Spider-Man. And how are you doing? And don't worry. Until I get more people, you're the only one besides myself, of course. Okay. Oh, that's good news. So, part one, no spamming, no self-advertising without my permission, no sexual talk, no R-rated cussing or directed cursing insults to anyone in chat. Light swearing is okay, just not directed. Part two, no game requests, no copyrighted music lyrics, no personal info or roleplay due to COPPA, no drama or politicized issues, no threats, no racism, and respect the golden rule. Be civil and make friends. So, alright, I didn't ask you to say how are you, but then you said, I'm doing great, and which is, yes, this is Autism Awareness Month video of Marvel Spider-Man, Austin Lawrence, so it's, right now it's just you and me, so we are the people, those people who have autism, to represent those out there who are watching this, because it is important. I know you don't don't socialize with people on social media that well, because I know you and Ruben are almost exactly the same. But somehow, when you came to me, you just opened up a door, and because of that, you took your first baby step, then you never looked back. You never looked back, Austin Lawrence. You took your first baby step to come to my channel, and you never looked back. And you believe that this channel would, like, I know I'm gonna I'm gonna go out on a limb on this. So you believe that this channel would be like a place for you to hang out, to get to socialize people, even if you're not that really good for those who socialize it, because, like, why did you come to my channel because of this? Well, it's a simple. I mean, is it because you found something, or found something that's wanting? Is it because did you find found a perfect place for your fanfic because others tell you that you cannot do that on anyone's said channel, for that matter, because of what is going on, because you could not do it on another channel, and they tell you by saying that it is fanfic role playing, and everybody's going to have a different reaction or a different answer, because the way you do that is because you have autism, and because of that, you, Austin Lawrence, you put into this fanfic the type of thing and put it into practice. I mean, how is it that not possible for anybody to say, I am not, I'm just a guy who's looking to make something decent, or make a name for myself, but even though I'm on YouTube, but I still want to make friends on YouTube and stay with this channel, because I may not be good at socializing people on social media, because let's just say I have a fear of this. Let me see. Okay, you're saying, Austin Lawrence says, it originally was for the content, but later it developed into, I know a lot of good people here, you included. Okay. So, I am Austin Lawrence. I did mention this to you, like, not too long ago, maybe several days ago, when I say about, isn't like, something, okay, remember when I said about, do I have to answer the POV questions? Because, isn't like fanfic and POV questions are the same? And you say, no, they are two very different things, like roleplay and storytelling. And they say, roleplay and storytelling are the same. And I'm going to say, no, it's not. How can it be the same? Because it's not. And Fuentes Martinez is in the live stream. Hello there. Welcome to Autism Awareness Month live stream of Marvel Spider-Man. And no, this is not a premiere. I can actually see you in the chat, plus on the TV screen, and this is not a premiere, this is a live stream, and I can say hello, and hi there! Hi there in Central Time Zone, and how are you from those who are in Kansas, or for those who are in Illinois, Wisconsin, Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Iowa, Nebraska, North and South Dakota. Yes, I've been to Iowa and Nebraska because I've been to the Great Plains, so lots of rolling hills, and definitely. And hello there, Kentucky, and not to mention Colorado. Well, actually, that's in Mountain Time. And Kansas. Hello there, Oklahoma. Hello there, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, and Arkansas. So, Austin Lawrence says, with my fanfics, I have a set story in mind. With my POV questions, They're self-contained scenarios with no set story in mind. So I knew it. I knew it. So role-playing and storytelling are two different things, while the fanfics and the POV questions are two very different things as well. So it's like being still and doing nothing are two very different things. Okay, but alright, so Austin, remember this is Autism Awareness Month, Austin Lawrence, and because this is a special month for everybody, because you want to show, or should I say, not just me, but everyone else who has the gift. It's a gift and a curse, and autism is a gift and a curse. Of course, they get angry that easily because, mood swings, barely contain their emotions, and not to mention with the screaming and the yelling is because of this and that. Because it's like, I want, me, and my, and you know what I mean. It's, autism is make a person's brain click. So, autism is complex, or they call it the Asperger syndrome. Because when a person's brain clicks, you can, it's like, you try to, how to fix a gadget or complete the gadget into one person's personality, or something like that. And try to make it work, like, if you have your parents, and they look out for you, but they realize that your parents notice that you have autism. So they're going to try to adjust the lifestyle, because when a person who is autistic, they need to find the perfect gadget. And I did, and remember Austin Lawrence? So how you doing, Fuentes? Forgot to mention to say how you doing, so that's my bad. So, remember when I mentioned about ramen chicken noodle soup before? Because about the social media thing, well, that's way later. But right now, that's besides the point. So autism is very complex. And it's like to try to find the perfect gadget for a family member to put it into practice and make it work. So I'm not gonna blame on people who Fuentes Martinez says, you did mention how am I just didn't say, I know. I know, I forgot to say that to you, Fuentes. That was my fault. There are people who have, like, autism, for those who are kind of, like, absent-minded in what you just noticed right now. I was kind of absent-minded because I forgot to say hi or hello or how are you because of that. And it wasn't like the momentary relapse. It was kind of like I was only set to focus on the explanation of this autism thing, because because for those who have autism or the Asperger syndrome or people who are autistic, is like trying to find the correct puzzle pieces or put the puzzle pieces together in your world, in a reality that you live in. So, I am going to, okay, how do I explain those for those who have autism and say, how come you, Leo, out of all social media, Okay, I understand. I understand, Fuentes. Usually there was 4 people, now there were 3, and now I don't understand. Alright, so you're asking yourself, why, Leo, that you have so many subscribers, and how did you become like this? Simple. I don't make friends that easily. And you're asking yourself and say, what? And I'm like, it's true. I don't make friends that easily. It's absolutely hard for me. It's really hard for me to make friends on social media. But because of that, I just don't know what to say. I really truly don't know what to say. But how come you are like somewhat of the most popular channels that you've ever made, and this is your channel, and you created this, and you have so many subscribers because you're on social media, and how are you doing this? Well, okay, once again, this live stream is going to be about somewhere between 1 to 2 hours. Okay, simple. For a fact, I was never born with autism. I never was born with it. I was diagnosed with it at a very young age, and I was going to a regular checkup with a doctor with my mom. So we went there, but that was back in Southern California. Fuentes says, well, you seem really nice guy, and I don't know why you say can't make friends, I guess. Depends on each person. Well, that is true. I mean, you have a strong statement there, and I will not disagree with you on that strongly, because that is absolutely true. I was never born with autism. I wasn't screaming. I was in control. I was like literally in control of myself. I didn't have autism. I was just like normal, like everybody else, like a partner would. Because of that, I'm the guy who's in control. I wasn't screaming, yelling, and I was not having any mood swings because of that. I was in my element, just as a partner. I have no disability as a partner. So we went to the doctors to get a checkup for myself. The doctor gave me a shot, like a flu shot. So in other words, you don't get sick with the flu and try to, cough a lot. You know what I mean? Because, for those who try to get the flu shot or something, it's, you don't want to get sick and having your immune system that weak for nothing. I got the flu shot, and my mom took me home. And on the next day, my mother notices something entirely different. She notices that I was never the same person as I was when I got the flu shot. The flu, and I was yelling, I was screaming, I was crying. I was like, I don't know how to control my own emotions. What is going on with me? I really don't know. I can't understand why am I feeling this, because this is not like me. I don't know what has gotten into me because of what is going on, because of my thing of what I have. Well, to answer that question to all of you, that flu shot contained some mercury fluid. Yeah, it's really, yeah, if you want to know what mercury is, have you seen thermometers before? In other words, they want to check your temperature. They put a thermometer on your mouth and see what is the temperature. It's like, how hot are you or how cold are you, that type. So that's the thermometers, which is contained a nice fraction of mercury fluid. So because of that, the mercury fluid was in my system, and it was going straight into the brain center, and then all of a sudden, my brain cells were permanently damaged. I'm not joking. It actually damaged my brain cells permanently, thus giving me the autistic feel of yelling, kicking, screaming, mood swings, and the uncontrollable emotions, don't know how to be in self-control. And that is what happened. I was not myself anymore. I was never the same person as I was ever again. The flu shot contained a fraction of mercury fluid, gave me autism, or the Asperger's syndrome. I was not the same person as I was ever again. Yeah, that's what happened, Fuentes. I got the flu shot that contained mercury fluid, and I never asked for a flu shot contained with mercury fluid. I never asked for this. I never asked to have autism in the first place. Hi, Ruben Osario, and welcome to the live stream. And this is not a premiere, this is live, and I can see you in the chat, not to mention on the TV screen, so hello there. Also, welcome for those in PlayStation Live Broadcasting. For those who have the PlayStation accounts, welcome. Hello, Kevin, and welcome to the live stream. And this is not a premiere, this is live, and welcome to Autism Awareness Month live stream of Marvel's Spider-Man. And, yeah. So, alright, Ruben and Kevin Mohammed. So, this live stream will last somewhere between 1 to 2 hours. So, I hope you're here before the live stream is ending. So, that things will happen. I will do a little bit of a lore on the Spider-Man costumes, so there will be a time. I'm not saying I won't, because I will. So yeah. So I'm still guessing that you're still in the holy month of Ramadan, which I am familiar with it. I'm not saying I'm not, because although I am part Arabic, or part Arab is more like it. So yes, Kevin, I am. I'm part Arab. But I'm also part something else. I'm not just part Arab, even though I have European blood history in me, of course. You know, okay, I'll give you a little bit of a hint, but I will come back to that later on. But so the autism thing, all right, the autism. So Autism Awareness Month is for those people who have autism just like me. They have these abilities, the gifts, and I know it's a gift and a curse at the same time. Makes a person's brain click, trying to find the correct puzzle pieces. So, like I say, really? You have autism, Kevin? I didn't know you have this. Wow. That's interesting. You never even... this is the first time you ever tell me this. This is new to me. What you're telling me is brand new. So, especially for those who live in Scandinavia, you know, the Scandinavian countries like Norway, Sweden, Denmark, and Finland. So, hello, people from Scandinavia. Hello, Oslo, Norway. Hello, Stockholm. Hello, people from Estonia. Big Cammy is in the live stream. Hello there, Big Cammy. And no, this is not a premiere. This is a live stream, and I can see you clear as day. So for those who have autism, it is up to us to represent something, to represent those people, to come out of their shells. And I know it's okay to be afraid, because for those who don't know how to socialize in social media, because you are in social media if you want to know, Austin Lawrence and Ruben Osario. Being on social media is like trying to talk to that person directly by not being afraid. When you took your first baby step. When you took your first baby step on social media, Ruben Osario and Austin Lawrence, you came to my channel. You came to my channels for something. You came to my channels because you feel like, let's go with Austin Lawrence first. On a one channel that you try to do is like when you try to do your fanfic, but that one channel says that you cannot do that. Is it because they're telling you that you are role playing, Austin Lawrence? I mean, how would fanfic would differ than role playing? I don't see fanfic as a role playing type of thing. Why would that one said channel, because I'm not going to name this channel, which I know this channel's name, but I'm not going to name this channel. Why would they say that fanfic would be role play? Because I wouldn't find fanfic as role playing, to be honest, Austin Lawrence. Do you honestly believe, in your own words, Austin Lawrence, do you honestly believe that fanfic is role playing? Because remember, role playing and storytelling are two different things, just like fanfic and POV questions are two very different things. And because of that, you kind of have a knack on the gift, such as the fanfic, when you create something to, how do I say, I'm going to try to keep this campy without the swearing of characters or so much, because I've seen this before, but I'm going to do this in my own version to keep it like, I'm going to keep it like somewhat Castlevania-ish, but I'm going to have this like light swearing, like very little or no swearing at all with the fanfic. And because of that, I wanted to keep it this way. Because you, Austin Lawrence, I would say that when you put fanfic into practice, you created something entirely different for everyone. Not just for everyone, but for me as well. And I remember that, I'm pretty sure that Ruben Osario is watching this, because you were trying to do that fanfic with Austin Lawrence, as I remember, and like, what? And like, you were kind of do. I kind of see this as some of the most funniest moments in in my channel, and because of that, you just. I'm not saying you were trying to insult Austin Lawrence's fanfic. It's like you're trying to make things like in a funny ha-ha way of yourself, Ruben Osario, because I see this as like, as a, trying to, how do I say, as a loving way to put fanfic, but then all of a sudden, like, Austin Lawrence, like, kind of, like, I'm not sure if that's gonna work out for me and you, like, yeah. So, if you have plenty of time, Austin Lawrence, type what you type from what you need to say, that what autism gives you on fanfic. Why is autism that you have, like yourself, an autistic person, to have a gift of something such as fanfic? You, Ruben Osario, you came to my channel because of Paper Mario Z. And you are the one who created this idea, who come up with the perfect idea that you have said about, that you came to my channel in the first place. It was your idea who came up with the name Paper Mario Z. So you came to my channel. You took your first baby step to come towards me. And then all of a sudden, you started to hit it off. I didn't realize when you and I were talking on Facebook, Ruben Osario, you were you don't know how to interact with me so well, because for a guy who has autism, don't know how to interact with people as such, you took your first step to me into this channel before we talked on Facebook, and you never looked back. You were shy, yes. You were scared, yes. You were afraid, yes. But why did you take the first step? Same thing goes for you, Austin Lawrence. You were shy, you were scared, you were afraid, it's okay to have fear, but why did you come to this channel in the first place? You took that first step, and you, Big Cammy, oh, that's good. You're playing Dynasty Warriors 8 Extreme Legends, and you, Big Cammy, when you came into my channel, why did you come into my channel in the first place? Why did you come into my channel in the first place? What did you see for the first time? Why did you come to me, and what was interesting you so much for the first time when you came into my channel in the first place. Same goes for you, Austin Lawrence. Remember, you have that gift of fanfic because you have autism. You have something in common, Big Cammy, because you have autism. You have something that what you have, Ruben Osario, because you have autism. I'm not sure if Kevin left already because of the live stream, because I told him it's there, but like I said, it's I'm still here. So you came to this channel because I am a fan of crossovers. Ah, that's interesting. Okay, that's really good statement there. All right, Kevin. So Kevin, since you have autism, what brought you into my channel in the first place? Why did you come here? You took your very first step to come to my channel, and you call me brother, because I am part Arab, and also I'm just, I'm also part Hispanic, and I'm also part Jew, part British, from England. Oh, so you enjoy the crossovers and you explain why you love Super Smash Brothers. Interesting, Big Cammy. That is really interesting. You started to meet me on the K-Wing channel that you watched one of my videos. That's really sweet of you, Kevin. That is awesome. The reason why I know everybody may think themselves that everybody is one and the same who have autism or having the Asperger syndrome. But Cammy says, because to me, there's something about a game where Nintendo characters and third-party characters getting together to beat the tar out of each other is just poetry. That's correct. The reason why before it was called Leo's Let's Plays Alliance, I was just called Leo Wolverine. Then I decided to have a name change. So I decided to go with a name change out of my own little thing. So you're saying you can't, okay, Fuentes Martinez, you say you can't remember how you met me, but you think it was the K, yeah, you met me when I was still in the K-Wings Let's Plays. I mean, I was a long-time member of that channel, but then I left under circumstances of that. When you seen the Ultimate Arkhamverse, I got quite intrigued, says Big Cammy. Okay, you want to know why I created the Ultimate Arkhamverse? For those who are interested, because besides Paper Mario Z, I mean, Paper Mario Z is included, of course. The reason why I wanted to create the Ultimate Arkhamverse is because I started off with that entire Let's Play of the Arkham games of Batman. You heard me, the Arkham games of Batman. Yeah, I've heard of Data Live is going to get a 4th season, and certain that Kurumitoki Saki may not be in much on the 4th season, so that's a bit of a spoiler. Also, a new Spirit Warrior who used to be I'm not gonna. I happen to know who it is, but it's kind of twisted, to be honest. I know the spirit warrior is, but it's twisted. Let's say this spirit is absolutely went from one thing to another, and it's just like, what? You know what? to be honest, I'm just gonna keep this to myself. But I'm gonna let you guys figure it out for that, because that spirit warrior I looked at is kind of twisted. Nice person though, as a spirit, but twisted. Really nice, but twisted. So, the reason why I've gotten so interested on the Arkham games of Batman, well, is because I started to go into those comic strip visual novel thumbnails in the first place when I started with Batman Arkham Knight. Because before the YouTube editing studio went away thing, because it was great. It was great for me to cut out the bits and pieces to add in like crossfades or cross blurs. But then all of a sudden that went away. But the videos that were being made will not have any effect if the videos are being made such as that. So because of that, I was extremely disappointed. And like, how am I supposed to find that? So yeah, that is how I got started and got interested to make the Japanese anime pics to put in and to say this on a high note. So that's how it went for me. So I started getting interested. I started with several characters of Japanese anime for those that I know of Batman Arkham Asylum and Batman Arkham City. Of course, I wanted to do like retros, but instead they came out on the PS4 as like in Return to Arkham, including on the Xbox One. I did Arkham Origins, however. But it's too bad that I cannot do Arkham Origins to bring brought back again because of Christopher Drake's music, because I don't think Christopher Drake does not want anybody to do a YouTube video for his music being heard upon, or else he's going to say, I'm going to copyright claim it because that's my music. And all of a sudden, why did he try to do this is beyond without a doubt. It's like, if I'm not happy, then no one is. So I'm going to copyright claim everybody who's using my music, and I don't care. I remember Ruben. Ruben Rosario says, remember Leo, everything is Arkham. I have not played Arkham Origins or Arkham VR for that matter. I played Arkham Origins. The combat system for Arkham Origins is really good. Way better than Arkham City. I have not played Arkham VR because that game actually takes place between Batman Arkham City and Batman Arkham Knight. So there is Batman Arkham Origins Blackgate Deluxe. Oh man, so that is when I started hitting off with the Ultimate Arkhamverse because of Batman Arkham Knight. I started to input into the pictures of the of Japanese anime, like those from Glitter Force, those from Sword Art Online, and those characters out of Kamen Rider. The Kamen Rider characters. Kamen Rider is a Kamen Rider is a character. A of a combination of 5 to 6 Power Rangers into one. So yeah, that's really strong. So yeah, that's why how I got interested in, like, and that is when I realized the name change. I went from Leo Wolverine to Leo's Let's Plays Alliance at the end of the final episode of Batman Arkham Knight. Ruben Osario says, Leo, do you think Spider-Man Miles Morales has the different or the same type of combat system of Batman Arkham Origins? To be honest, I am going to say, I would say almost. The combat system is similar to that of the Arkham games of Batman, but the combat system is similar to that of the first game of Marvel's Spider-Man. So, however, Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales is like Batman Arkham Origins. Really much. It is really much like Batman Arkham Origins. Kevin Mohammed says, fun fact, did you know Super Sentai was going to be Kamen Rider but changed to their own show? Well, yeah, I mean, they call it Super Sentai, which is the Japanese version of Power Rangers, and not to mention the same company who made Kamen Rider, Toei Animation, from the makers that brought you Digimon, Sailor Moon, the Japanese version of Glitter Force, which is Precure, Pretty Cure, not to mention One Piece, the Dragon Ball universe, Fairy Tail, Shujo and Shonen. Yes, Toei Animation makes Shujo and Shonen anime out of this. And this is not a spoiler, this is not a prediction, that is fact. So, okay, so back to the Ultimate Arkhamverse thing. When I started getting interested, I wanted to try to do this with my own live stream out of it. Well, before I started a live stream, I first started with I know I wanted to do with my own method, voice acting. You're welcome. You're welcome, Fuentes. So, okay, back to the Ultimate Arkhamverse. When I feel like I can do this for a fact of matter, I started to build into the comic strip visual novel thumbnails by bringing back the Arkham games of Batman. So I start off with Batman Return to Arkham Asylum. Like, how will that work? Well, simple. I'm going to start like, most of them are just not going to be in it, but maybe I'm going to say not much, but only like maybe just a few episodes. And then in Batman Arkham City, that's where I really took things off. I start putting in the comic strip visual novel thumbnails for the first time, writing it into my own story, what I do. I try to type what I know to do this by heart. That reminds me, Fuentes. You did mention about method voice acting before. Sorry. If there's a problem about the internet, there's nothing I can do because I swear that there's nothing I can do. I really mean it. Oh. So, okay. This is where I started to... Alright, so when I started with the comic strip visual novel thumbnails, I'm thinking of like, I can put into those like from Project Diva Vocaloid, along with a couple of characters from Sword Art Online, and plus from like characters from the ones I know of from Toei Animation, such as Glitter Lucky and Sailor Moon. And, a couple of Sailor Scouts. Like, why not? Let's put them into my Ultimate Arkhamverse, because besides putting them in from Batman Arkham Knight, I put them in from Batman Arkham Asylum, so why not we'll put in more with Batman Arkham City? And this is where it starts to get really good. Like, yes, this is going to work, along with the DLC. Along with some characters like DC and Marvel, like Wolverine from the Marvel Comics and Batman from the DC. And like, yes, that's going to work. And the same thing I did for Spider-Man Web of Shadows. The same thing I did for Spider-Man Web of Shadows is both DC and Marvel. And yes, and I did like a character with Yoda, Jedi Master Yoda. So, yeah, and this is how I put it into the... Why stop there when I can add more characters in the Ultimate Arkhamverse or making more crossovers? Why stop there? We can keep on going non-stop. Ooh, Ruben Osario has a question for me. Leo, do you think the Ultimate Arkhamverse is a different version of the MCU, aka the Marvel Cinematic Universe? That's a really great question, Ruben Osario. That's a really good one. That is a really great question. To answer that question, I am going to say, without a doubt, that is absolutely true. I would say it is a different version of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Because the Ultimate Arkhamverse is like any crossover that comes into that connection. It's like Turtle Prime. Hello, Hurricane Parker Thomas. Welcome to the live stream. And no, this is not a premiere. This is live, and I can see you clear as day. You was able to watch the 2021 Zack Snyder cut of Justice League. That movie is an R-rated film. I've heard of it, but haven't seen it, but I'd rather not because what's going on? This is Autism Awareness Month, Hurricane, an Autism Awareness Month live stream. So this is live. So this is how I created the Ultimate Arkhamverse, because of Batman Arkham Knight. The reason why I started off with some of those characters to put them in, and then I started from one project to the next. And because of that, I feel like the Arkham games of Batman is a complete success of the beginning of the creation of the Ultimate Arkhamverse. I put in like a couple of characters of Sailor Moon. Sailor Venus is one of them. Characters from Project Diva Vocaloid, like Hatsune Miku, Luca Megurine, Miko V3, Kagamine Rin, those characters like I'm familiar with. And then I insert the character of Wolverine. I inserted Glitter Lucky, Glitter Force, the Japanese version, but it's an English dub, so, and because of that, I started to put in my own method voice acting to sound like Bruce Wayne's, but it's actually Kevin Conroy. I try to sound much more like Kevin Conroy when I try to hear his voice. I put it into practice like so many times, every time I play this game, over and over and over. And the same thing goes for Roger Craig Smith. With Kevin Conroy, if Kevin Conroy is able to pull this off, why can't I do my own method voice acting and portray it like he sounds like, put his lower tone voice to go like into a darker place, and like he's able to pull that off from Batman the Animated Series, and he still got it to put it into the Arkham games of Batman Arkham Asylum, Batman Arkham City, and Batman Arkham Knight, and Batman Arkham VR. And I've inputted those characters, and finally to do my own storytelling of the Arkham games of Batman, and thus the ultimate Arkhamverse has been born. It's been born because of this. Fuente says, Leo, you can change your voice with a mic. I know this because on Twitch they have it. Really? Austin Lawrence says, I had a similar approach when I started the New Alliance concept. I just gave my character a general reason for being there, gave him a team of his own, and went from there. That is interesting. I also thought that maybe if I had a character, why not try to put a character of my own, such as like Dragon Ball Xenoverse? And so I thought to myself, like, yeah, why not? Dragon Ball Xenoverse, my own avatar character, like a bit of an origin backstory. Why not? I mean, but that is before Paper Mario Z came in. Like, yeah, that's gonna have a a great way to put it in. So if anybody's willing to, since I do my own method voice acting, if I'd be happy to do some voices for what I do best. I know I can try to do Jedi Master Yoda. I know I can try to do Goofy. I know I can try to do the Darth Sidious, who goes by the name of Emperor Palpatine. I can do the Mario. Like, I can do the Mario. Yahoo! Put the hips on your hips and do the me. Yahoo! So yeah, that's your own method voice acting. I mean, I could do that for example. Okay, Jedi Master Yoda. Hurricane Thomas. Feel the wind. Feel the wind. Feel the wind like a hurricane you are. Yes. Do I have? No, wait a minute. I am working on my own character myself as well, but I need to start my backstory, etc. It may take a while. Okay, here's this one. Big Cammy. Nice name you have. Not a girl you are. But I'd like to have you as my apprentice. Strange. Why do I feel like your name is like the girl's name? Could it be manly? More like Sarah or Rebecca or about Ahsoka Tano. Try Lily. Thanks, Big Cammy. You know, I always try to pick my poison, and when I choose Austin Lawrence to try to do the Mario voice thing, it's like I can do this like hello, Austin Lawrence. Please, I want to get married. I am the Austin that you never met. I'm like the Benedetta from Fire Emblem Three Houses. I want to get married. Please. I'm lonely. I want the pizza. I am Marietta. Ruben Osorio says, as always, Paper Mario Z is still my idea. It's still your idea, and no one's ever going to take that away from you, Ruben. Like, thanks. That's, I do my own, like, how do you sound like an old guy when you are so young? Like, why? It's simple. I may sound like Jedi Master Yoda, but in real life, I'm a really young guy who can sound like a Jedi Master Yoda to pull it off. And it's like, how are you able to sound like Mario, but Charles Martinet does it way better? I mean, it's not possible, dude. Like, the reason why is because, I keep hearing Charles Martinet's voice acting when you play Super Mario World or you know, Super Mario 64, Mario Kart 64, then Super Mario World Advance 2. His voice acting is like everywhere on Super Mario games. Ever since the N64 era came into place, everything took off. And he's been the voice of Mario for almost 25 years. Ruben Osorio says, and I can't believe Chris Pratt is going to play Mario in the Mario movie. No! Why? I want to play Mario. I want the Mario voice. Why can't you give me the Mario voice? I want it now. No, Mario, you need to relax. Yahoo! Let's go. But I don't want to let's go. I want something else, Luigi. No, you don't, brother. And I think it's best for let everyone because this is Autism Awareness Month. Ha ha! Okay, I'm almost trying to sound like Jamaican Luigi. Like, what? I'm dissing your man. Welcome to Jamaica. Come on, man. Let's go and get me some pizza pineapple, man. Like, what? I don't know. Yeah, Jack Black will be the voice of Bowser. Yeah, I'm wondering. I can imagine right now Jack Black, who voicing Bowser, who is actually named Poe the Panda from Kung Fu Panda, who plays R.L. Stein from Goosebumps movies. Like, yeah, like, why Jack Black would voice Bowser? Who, yeah, Bowser can do Kung Fu? Like, what? Uh, Fuentes, do you like bananas? Bananas I like. I eat, I eat frog eggs. Frog eggs nutritious. Good. No, I don't sound like Miss Piggy. Try Frank Oz. Pass on what you have learned. Yes, don't you think? Not to mention Luigi. Leo, do you know Luigi's going to be played by Charlie Day in the Mario movie? Charlie Day? You know, I am surprised for those who are actors who do the voice acting will not, because, you know, Hollywood and for those who do the method voice acting are two different things, you know, because Hollywood and those that are not Hollywood, like video games and such as this, like, they sometimes don't go eye to eye with each other. Jim Carrey did an awesome job as Dr. Eggman. Really, Jim Carrey? You mean Ace Ventura and the Grinch? And not to mention Horton the Elephant? Not to mention the Riddler from Batman Forever? The Canadian actor? Donkey Kong will be voiced by Seth Rogen. Really? The Canadian actor and comedian who voices Mantis from Kung Fu Panda? That's funny. Oh, sure. He's Donkey Kong who voices Mantis from Kung Fu Panda. Is he going to do some Kung Fu? Oh, come on. Like, yes. Yeah, it seems Dr. Eggman is going to be Ace Ventura in disguise, not to mention Bruce Almighty. Take care now. Bye-bye then. Michael K. is going to be Toad. I happen to know how Toad voices sound like, but hearing of different kind of voice by Toad by Michael K. is not going to be the screeching Toad. Like, hey, I'm Majin Buu. I'm Toad. You will fool me, Kevin Mohammed. Hey, Big Cammy, I'm Toad. Hey, Austin Lawrence, I'm Toad. I'm going out with your girlfriend, Bernadetta. You can't stop me. Yeah, woohoo. What am I? Am I sounding like Majin Buu or more like Majin Toad? Hey, Austin! Tell Bernadette I say hi! I gave more flowers for her than you ever would! Ha ha! Yeah! Like, what is going on? I don't know what's going on. Oh, what's going on? Let's see. Oh, yeah, Okay. You got okay. I can try the Emperor Palpatine's voice, but I gotta go like lower, like yeah, gotta go sound like mean, like try to hide in a mischievous way, like be like Skeletor, but try not to go into a high squeaky voice with helium, like growl without the high squeaky voice, like this. Hello. Do I have more news for you? You will like to get more than just my servant, or than becoming my servant, Pikami. You sound like a girl's name. I'm certain that I am safe away from you here. And I am afraid that everybody is going to arrive at the live stream, besides myself. Perhaps I'm doing a little over far-fetched. So, you know, there is one. Thanks. There is a voice actor who can do Emperor Palpatine, and he did Darth Maul. He can do his own character from Star Wars: The Force Unleashed, from who goes by the name of Star Killer, and his name is Sam Witwer. How he's able to do that, being able to pull it off, is beyond my imagination. He's really talented. Okay, I've got. Here's. Hopefully, you still guys enjoy my method voice acting. Austin Lawrence, you will give me Benedetta, and she will be safe with me. You will give me Benedetta, Austin. Becoming. I will control all of Star Wars and the Rise of Skywalker. And not to mention the most powerful battle station. You and your friends are finished. I got nothing more to say. Will you give me your flowers, Austin Lawrence? Because I'm getting bored. You cannot stop the power of the dark side of the Force. When practice makes perfect, it's like you become part of the character. You try to grovel at your voice, and then you try to fill in their shoes and what it feels like to be the Emperor. It's like he's like mean, he's evil, he's mischievous, he's always have contingency plan after contingency plan, and that is how I fill it in, how to sound like the Emperor. Like, for a guy who tries to sound like an old guy, you are really young. Like, yeah, that's how it is, dude. You're like, how did not get all horsey on me or whatever? I mean, if for anybody who tried to voice like Link, you know, Legend of Zelda, the protagonist character named Link, I would think of one TV show called Legend of Zelda TV show, and that is none other than one character, of course. I would say Cam Clark would do a better voice acting who voices Link, besides Corrin, the male character from Fire Emblem Fates. Yes, Cam Clark, the original voice actor who voices Leonardo from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He's also from Marvel Ultimate Alliance. who voices Thor. Yeah, he voices Sinestro. He's like, I would say for a guy who does his voice acting, is really talented. I'm guessing Sinestro from Lego DC Supervillains, but if anybody tells me, are you going to do a Lego game in this channel, I'm going to say no. I'm not doing a Lego game in this channel because reasons. So, what do you guys think of my method voice acting? Not bad, huh? I mean, either that or I'm going to have to do a little poll on this. So, whatever you choose or decide, because of course I can try to sound like... Really? I know, Ruben. You are right, because I cannot do Lego games because of COPPA. That's right. Austin Lawrence says, very nice. I'm like, thanks. And like, how would you try to sound like a teenager? Well, simple. Simple. Like, I hear Bryce Papenbrook's voice acting when he tried to voice Kirito or Kazuto Kirigaya, because like, how does he voicing like that from this? Simple. Have you ever heard of Yuri Lowenthal's voice acting before? Tell that to Bryce Papenbrook. It's like, yeah, that's how they pulled it off. Their method voice acting. They do it like practice makes perfect, and all of a sudden, they pulled it off. And that is what it is. You know... I can try to sound like Batman's Kevin Conroy, but I cannot do. I cannot do Mark Hamill's Joker. I mean, Mark Hamill's Joker is like one of the best voice acting as a Joker. Troy Baker, that is absolutely perfected, like Mark Hamill's. Oh my gosh. Let's see. I can try to do Wolverine, of course. You know, Steve Bloom does way better than I would, because Steve Bloom is almost in every series, or is almost in everything, DC and Marvel. And not to mention video games that's not DC and Marvel, including it, which is Japanese anime. Steve Bloom. You got that right, bub. I'm gonna give you one last remark. You are going to give me something that I want. Kyle Bryant is here. How you doing, Kyle? And this is a live stream, and no, this is not a premiere. This is live, and I can see you clear as day. Listen, bub, I'm gonna pull out my claws, and you don't like the way I'm gonna get there. Also, second and current voice of Shiro from Fate, Adol in the Yi series, Reen from Blue. Yeah, I've heard of Blue Exorcist. The current voice of Silver from Sonic, and among others. Big Cammy, I like your style, but why do you have a girl's name? Should it be manly like Sarah? Because I need to buy it from you. I need to feel it from you. You gotta get me. You get me? Fuentes Martinez, Kyle Bryant, Austin Lawrence, not to mention Kevin Mohammed. I think I'm gonna get more than just my own claws of adamantium. There's something going on around here. And I don't sound like Steve Bloom. And I could do like Starscream from from Transformers Prime. And I can sound like Zed from Star Wars Rebels. I don't think that doesn't sound like a Wolverine voice acting. But was also the voice of Jorginga, the main antagonist of Wonderful 101. Wow, okay. That's pretty good, Big Cammy. Can I be like a 007 agent? I think it suits me well. I let my claws do the talking, so get used to it, bub. You know, I may not sound like Steve Bloom, but I kind of do my own method voice acting as Wolverine, but it's like, I thought you had it way back then. I mean, since you're into Power Rangers, I figure the Wonderful 101 might be right up your alley. I could try Lord Zed, you know. I am Lord. You know, when I try to see Lord Zed, I can try to imagine with a staff and that with a letter Z. I am Lord Zed. Make my monster grow. Or try to voice like, what is that monkey with the golden armor suit? Goldar. Hello, Power Rangers. I am Goldar, and you cannot stop me. Hello, Kevin. How you doing? I am Goldar. Austin Lawrence. Goldar doesn't like bananas. Kebab bub. Yeah, I got kebabs with me. I want a kebab taste like chicken. Yeah. You know, I would kind of sound like a different Wolverine than Steve Bloom's. I'm more like of a younger version of Wolverine instead. I'm guessing when I try to not do what I do best, I mean, that's... it's been a while. I mean... It gets harder. Alright. So, since this is an Autism Awareness Month, why not we do this a bit of... I did mention about that I'm going to do a little bit of lore on this again about the suits. I did mention this a little while back when I started this live stream, so why not start this and get into it? Okay. That is your original Spider-Man suit right there. That's which is, you know, focus for a short time. And there is the other suit that was ripped ever since you had your fought first battle. So yeah, it is really impressive and amazing. And that is the classic suit repaired. The advanced suit, classic suit, and damage, and the classic suit repaired. That is the Noir Suit. You know, from Noir Spider-Man. Of course, for those who played Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, you are familiar with this suit. Good for you. It's like you go back in, like, the 1930s. Like, yeah, see? Look out for this Spider-Man who dresses up in a Noir Suit or L.A. Noir. Yeah, see? I'm trying to go for Al Capone, you know, and I don't care what you meant because I work for Al Capone. Eh? I feel like I'm trying to sound like Skeletor a little bit, but then again, yeah. Yeah, I can see a gun in his belt. Look at that! I have a blaster, see? I'm not afraid to use it. Yeah! Trying to be tough like the Poodle Batman, or like, you know, like Flashpoint Batman. You know, Flashpoint. Thomas Wayne Batman from Flashpoint Batman. I pull out a gun, see? I'm not afraid, see? Bullets won't penetrate me because I'm wearing a bulletproof vest. I think. Maybe not. Why do I feel like I sound like Skeletor? Because I go for a Skelet-Slam. I'm trying to make a narrow escape. Yeah, I think I would do a great job as Skeletor. Okay, that is the Scarlet Spider right there. Right there is yeah, Ben Reilly, right there. I don't know what kind of gadgets he uses. Hold on a second, Mom's calling me. Sorry, I'm back. No problem. My mom doesn't know I was in a live stream, so yeah. I have not watched it, Ruben, but if you keep on asking me the same question, it's going to get really old and also getting annoyed, so don't ask me the same question over and over again. No more. Don't ask me the same question about the Batman 2022 movie again, because right now I haven't seen it, so don't ask me that same question again. So that is the Scarlet Spider. Ben Reilly, of course, there was that red symbiote of Carnage, and then there's the Spider Wars, and however, you know, I thought that was actually Peter Parker, but it's actually Ben Reilly, which is a clone of Peter Parker. Funny how Ben Reilly does not get killed off that easily of a genetic clone of Peter Parker himself, because of that, he's like the perfect clone who has his genetic code, does not get written off that easily, and because of that, like, okay, we'll make his genetic clone modification so strong, he's not gonna wane away himself away. Like, yay! That is awesome! Spider Armor Mark II. So, yeah, the Spider Armor Mark II, that, I would say, that is made from, I'm guessing that is made from Nick Fury from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. by said Nick Fury, to be honest, so yeah. This one is the Nightwing skin. It almost looks like the Nightwing skin, but except if you get rid of the red, it looks a lot more like Nightwing. So yeah, like with it doesn't have the bird signal of Nightwing, but it'll have the Spider-Man signal of Nightwing, which is the red and well, without the red, you'll have just the black and blue, and there you have it. Which is absolutely pretty good. It is absolutely pretty good when it comes to have the Secret War suit. Spider-Man Armor Mark II suit. So yeah, Shield. Also from Shield, Secret War suit. Stark suit, and that is out of Spider-Man Homecoming. Yes, and I have seen that movie. So, Sony has made a deal with Disney, as I recall. Not one, not two, but 3 movies of Spider-Man with Tom Holland. Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man Far From Home, and Spider-Man No Way Home. And now, Spider-Man is a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Spider-Man No Way Home, that movie actually sold me. It is really good. The third movie of Spider-Man No Way Home is absolutely pretty good. It's really good. And because of that, we're still going into that Phase 4 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It seems Disney Plus has not decided to input Spider-Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but we see the Spider-Man cartoons and animated shows of said Spider-Man that has with Christopher Daniel Barnes and Paul Galvazan, not to mention with Frank Welker, who voices Iceman. And yeah, Frank Welker, very talented voice actor. And oh my gosh, Josh Keaton, Neil Patrick Harris. Now Yuri Lowenthal, my gosh. The Negative Suit. 2 Spider-Mans in the MCU together. Yes, finally they brought in They brought back Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. I thought it was rumors, to be honest, but those rumors are not rumors. It is absolutely 100% true that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man and the Amazing Spider-Man, are now a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So, like, yes! Finally, we get to see them of the Sam Raimi film of Spider-Man, and not to mention the Amazing Spider-Man. And they are finally in it. It's like the live action of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, but only we got like 3 Spider-Men: Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire, and Andrew Garfield. That is the Negative Suit. It's like the symbiote suit, but it's like the negative suit that glows in the dark. Oh my goodness. Alfred Molina and Willem Dafoe, they really sold it. Because of them, and since they brought back some of the original cast members from of the Spider-Man trilogy movies by Sam Raimi, it was absolutely great. Not to mention Flint Marko, who goes by the name of Thomas Hayden Church, who was the actor. Thomas Hayden Church. That would have been great if it was John Cena, to be honest. I mean, look at John Cena. He kind of looks like Flint Marko in the Marvel comics, to be honest. John Cena looks so much like Flint Marko, the Sandman. But I'm guessing that's not going to happen. But if they did bring in John Cena as Flint Marko, I would be so surprised John Cena would be a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Look at him, Big Cammy. Do you see John Cena? You can't see me. Look, I'm Flint Marco. I made a grain of sand, and I can, you know, I can be blown away like the dust of the wind. Electro in No Way Home is better. Electro, do you mean Jamie Foxx? You know, seeing Jamie Foxx back as Electro, a.k.a. what's his name? What's Electro's real name? Oh my gosh, you know. What was his? Max Dillon. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you for helping me. Max Dillon. Oh my gosh, they brought some of the original cast members back from the Amazing Spider-Man movies, besides Andrew Garfield. They brought back Jamie Foxx, and that was great. That was great. And they brought back Willem Dafoe, they brought back Thomas Hayden Church, they brought back Alfred Molina, they brought back Jamie Foxx, Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire. My gosh, the works. It's like, yes! I would say No Way Home is actually one of the best movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Besides Black Panther. I like Black Panther, don't get me wrong, because Wakanda forever. And I won't forget the Lizard. Yep, the Lizard. The Sandman actor and Lizard are actually not in the movie. Well, then how come I almost saw, like, Thomas Hayden Church? Why is the Lizard... The Lizard is in that movie, not to mention the Sandman. Well, I know everything was CGI, to be honest, but ever since the early 2000s of the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man trilogy movies, this CGI was gotten so good into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I mean, how would you not put into when Alfred Molina and Willem Dafoe would not reprise their roles? Of course. Computerized CGI into the film that makes it look like they're still the same type of people that they have not lost. And look at that. The same thing goes for Jamie Foxx, who plays as Max Dillon, a.k.a. Electro. Instead of looking with the bluish color on his face with the hoodie thing, if you remember, instead of that bluish color, pale skin color, he actually keeps the color from, instead of blue, it's like yellowish kind of color. The last time when Electro got killed off by an overcharge of that said electricity. And then you hear some of the classic theme music of the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. And that was an Easter egg, and they brought it back, and it was absolutely amazing. Pun intended. Just like in the comics. That's right, Kevin. That is the extremely insulated, electricity insulated suit, not extremely. The electrically insulated suit. That's from the Ultimate Comics, from Ultimate Spider-Man. And that is Spider-Punk. Hello, boys and girls. I'm Spider-Man and I'm Spider-Punk. Walking out loud with the rock out of my guitar. Subby, though. I've got a mohawk. You know, got a little mohawk. God save the Queen. I'm from Liverpool. Liverpool, England, right next to the border is the land of Wales. Yeah, savvy. Thank you, Liverpool! Good night! Wrestler suit. Yeah, the wrestler suit. This kind of reminds me a little bit of Tobey Maguire back then, but I find it interesting. That is the Fear Itself suit. I know that's brand new. Right now, Spider-Man No Way Home is now available on digital video. In other words, you can either rent it or buy it on digital video, said video. Can look at it in the on PlayStation or Xbox One, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, also on your laptop or the Google and Apple store to buy that said movie. Big Time Suit. Yes, this is one of the most popular suits. Big Time Suit. If seen on The Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, and now it's in this game. John Watts, the director of the Tom Holland and Spider-Man movies, did pretty well. Awesome job directing. Oh, definitely. Like I said, Spider-Man No Way Home is absolutely one of the best movies I've seen in the Marvel Cinematic Universe that has with Doctor Strange. He used a suit fighting Hobgoblin. Don't you mean the Green Goblin? Because it's just, or Goblin, because, you know, that's Willem Dafoe there. And that is Spider Armor Mark III. Yeah, that's a Spider Armor Mark III right there. And this one is the Spider-Man 2099 black suit. I wouldn't call it black suit because it's red and blue. That's what it is. Miguel O'Hara. Of course, he is of course, Miguel O'Hara is one of the first Hispanics superheroes of Spider-Man. Miguel O'Hara, created by Peter David. One of them is by Peter David. Said by Peter David. He only appeared from Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions and Edge of Time. And not to mention, the Spider-Man 2099 of that suit came into The Amazing Spider-Man 2, and now it's in this game. And I'm really certain that this skin will not be the last time to see it in this game, because it's definitely going to be in Marvel Spider-Man 2, which I am certain of it, that this skin will show up again. The Iron Spider suit out of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You know, these suits, from what you see out of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, fits in really well. The Iron Spider from Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. And it really fits into that. Of course, we've seen Spider-Man of the cartoon shows that's on Disney Plus now, but not the movies that says the name Spider-Man. You only see Tom Holland as Spider-Man in Captain America Civil War, Avengers Infinity War, and Avengers Endgame, and that's about it. I mean, really, why not the movies that said Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man No Far From Home, and Spider-Man No Way Home? I mean, of course we know Disney made agreement with Sony, but why not can't they be inputted on Disney Plus? I know Spider-Man's being owned by Sony because Sony owns the rights of Spider-Man, not to mention Venom, including Morbius. I mean, what's up with that? So if you're telling me that these suits, from what you're looking at, is the Iron Spider suit, which is from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because, you know, Marvel is now owned by Disney, does that mean Marvel Spider-Man is owned by Disney as well, even though if it's like, okay, Mr. Smarty Pants, if you're saying that Marvel Spider-Man is not owned by Disney, then why are there some of the suits that are from the Marvel Cinematic Universe that looks like this one? You tell me that. Tell me, you guys, why are there like suits from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, like the Iron Spider, such as this one, that's like, isn't that from Avengers Infinity War? And you're telling me that suit from Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame is not part of Disney, but why has it made itself into this game that says Marvel Spider-Man that's Disney, but not Disney at all? I mean, what is up with that? You tell me, you guys. I don't get it. What is going on with this name? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. That is the Velocity suit. I don't know much about the name of the Velocity suit, but it's really catchy. It's like, ooh, that looks really good. That is the Spider Armor Mark IV. Visions Game Reviews. Hi there. Welcome to the live stream. And this is the... And no, this is not a premiere. This is absolutely live, both in Pacific, Mountain, Central, and Eastern time zones, and also in North America, South America, and also I can say hi to Africa and Europe and Asia and in the Middle East, and not to mention the Arab countries like in the African Arab countries such as like Egypt, Libya, Morocco, and Algeria. Oh, Josh, thanks. Thanks for telling me your name. Sorry, Josh. Joshua. I remember. My friend, all the way from Australia. Sorry. My bad. I felt a relapse. Welcome to Autism Awareness Month live stream, Joshua. How are things going back in Australia right now? How are things going so far in Australia? And yes, I can do that Cockney English. Good eye, mate. I like to taste of Vegemite in new ways. I like to see a marsupial. I can't say that word. Pletnumite the marvelous spider. Okay. I'm sorry I cannot say that word correctly, but okay, Australia is good. I want to say, hi Australia. I love your marsupial animals. Plus, you have a tropical rainforest, not to mention kangaroos and all that. And if by any chance, if you have an instrument called the didgeridoo, I'd like to hear it. Or is it the kazoo? Oh, the platinum trophy. Oh, so that's what you were trying to type. No, thank you, Big Cammy. That he means platinum. Thanks. That is the Mark V. As I remember something about Superior Spider-Man, that he actually wore this. So that is the Ghost Spider, Spirit Ghost Spider. That is the Spider-Man 2099 white suit. I can't play the didgeridoo because it's the Aboriginals and I'm not okay, I understand. The didgeridoo. No worries, mate. I'm always right here, no matter what, Joshua. Like, how you pulling off that Cockney English simple? I try to imagine that I'm Steve Irwin, but I'm not. Or try Jace, who's from the Ginyu Force. So, okay, that is the vintage comic book suit. That is similar, like, Paul Galvazan voices that Spider-Man character. That is Last Stand Spider-Man, of course, in an different from the 616 version. Last Stand Spider-Man was like the guy who's the brutal type of guy. Think of it as like the Marvel's Red Hood. Jason Todd's Red Hood, unlike Yuri Watanabe, who becomes the Marvel's Red Hood because of that. So, and thanks to the stupid idiot named Hammerhead, who goes by the name of Dr. Eggman, not to mention who goes by the name of Simon Belmont. Yes, Keith Silverstein. But I don't get me wrong, I like Keith Silverstein's voice acting, and he's great. Because of Hammerhead, Hammerhead should never do that. I blame for him, because why pushing someone over the edge by thinking it to be like them? Instead, it's not. You're making things worse to make everything turn to chaos in a stupid, idiotic way. So, he turned Yuri Watanabe to become Two-Face, or Jason Todd, or both, or a.k.a. Marvel's Red Hood Two-Face Jason Todd character, who happened to be Edelgard in disguise, and it's Tamari from Naruto. Tara Platt. She's also from Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle. And I'm guessing from Persona 4, and no, I have not seen it, Joshua, because Ruben said to me the same thing, and I don't want to say that same question over and over again because it's getting old. Don't you mean I'm already playing the game that says Marvel's Spider-Man, Joshua? Because this entire game is like Batman Arkham City, if you want to remember. No undies Mondays. Look at this! He's wearing undies, and he's not ashamed, because everyone goes down in one hit, and so does he. I am wearing undies, and you cannot stop me. Whee! I am Undies Mondays, but it's not Monday. What do you mean this game is like Marvel Spider-Man is like Batman Arkham City, Joshua? Did you forget? The very first game, Marvel Spider-Man is like Batman Arkham City. It's really much like Batman Arkham City. It's no different. It's no different. It's like Batman Arkham City. Because Insomniac is following the footsteps of Rocksteady, and this is not a spoiler, and this is not a prediction. This is absolutely fact. And Marvel Spider-Man will always be a PlayStation exclusive. Because the last time Xbox got a Spider-Man game for the last time was The Amazing Spider-Man 2. and that was it. That was it. That was the last time they got. They already got the last time these games the last time. Spider-Man Web of Shadows, Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, Spider-Man Edge of Time, The Amazing Spider-Man, and The Amazing Spider-Man 2. So those games, I said it out loud, are from the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360. And the games I said, Spider-Man Web of Shadows is on the Nintendo Wii. Nintendo Wii. Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions is also on Nintendo Wii. And Spider-Man Edge of Time is also on Nintendo Wii. Spider-Man, The Amazing Spider-Man is on the Nintendo Wii U. And The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is also on Nintendo Wii U. Although The Amazing Spider-Man 2 with the same name is now on the PlayStation 4 and on the Xbox One. So I'm still really concerned. Tell me, I mean, you see the Iron Spider, you've seen the Spider-Man Homecoming suit, and now you're seeing the homemade suit. Because why? Spider-Man is now in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But since he's in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, isn't he a part of Disney besides those Spider-Man Spider-Man animated shows that's on Disney Plus? I mean, I don't get it. Why is Sony still owns Spider-Man if it says it's not Disney, but Disney says it is? Tell me, why do they say that? Tara Platt voice, Castor from Fate, Mitsuru and Elizabeth from Persona 3, Vert in the Neptunia series, Rain from Tales of Symphonia, among others. Great voice actress. It's like she sounds like, great voice actress, to be honest. Perfect voice acting as Yuri Watanabe. Great voice acting for Edelgard. Yeah. I just married Tara Platt, who voices Edelgard. Yay! I'm now part of the Etruscan Empire with Tara Platt. Woohoo! And now I'm dead because she's kinda with someone else. I'm sorry, but it's absolutely true because Tara Platt is actually she's actually married in real life, to be honest. Who goes by the name of Yuri Lowenthal. So yes, it's Edelgard and Spider-Man. Wait, can you hang out with Wolverine with his My Face page? You know, I'll poke you and you poke me back. All you need is Steve Bloom and you're set for life. So, yeah, this is my biggest complaint. Why do you see the suits of the DLC that are from Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man No Way Home, and Spider-Man Far From Home? You tell me, why is it part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe that is in this game that says Marvel Spider-Man is not a part of a Disney game, but it feels like, why do I see some of the skins that are from Disney? I don't get it. Why is that? You tell me that what you've seen on the suits like Marvel from Captain America Civil War, Avengers Infinity War, and Avengers Endgame, and you're saying that those suits from what you're seeing from Marvel's Spider-Man are part of Disney, but in this game is not Disney? I mean, that doesn't make sense. It's like you're saying there's a Disney character who goes by the name of Sora from Kingdom Hearts. He's now in Super Smash Brothers, and now Super Smash Brothers is now a part of Disney, but sort of, but it's not. It's like, what? the same thing goes for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Like, doesn't make sense. I mean, isn't Capcom with Marvel working together? Because of that, should be Capcom would be a part of said Disney? I mean, sort of, yes. Like, but the amazing character named Ryu from Street Fighter is now in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, is a part of Disney. Wouldn't it be said Disney, like Sora from Kingdom Hearts, like that? And like, because you're seeing the skins from Spider-Man Homecoming and Spider-Man No Way Home and Spider-Man Far From Home and into this game, like the Homecoming suit. Like, you guys tell me, why would they say it's Disney but it's not Disney? It's Disney but it's not. But I would say it is, but I'm not saying it's not, because it is. You guys tell me that. Tell me those in your own words, because I don't understand where this is going. It's like they're both Disney and Sony may be antagonizing each other. It's like, I'm this and you're that, and you're that and I'm this, and I have this deal and you have your own deal, and they're saying, we got a deal that you cannot refuse, and you have a deal that we cannot refuse. Like, are we ending up in a stalemate or what? And this is how I'm going to say, for as an autistic person, I am going to break the tiebreaker. When you see skins like the homemade suit right there, including the Iron Spider, and not to mention, where's that one suit? No, not this one. The Stark suit. The Stark suit, the Iron Spider, and not to mention the homemade suit, and not to mention the stealth suit from Far From Home. You tell me, why are the skins out of the Marvel Cinematic Universe but the Marvel Cinematic Universe is now on Disney, because Marvel now is being owned by Disney, but in Marvel Spider-Man, it's not Disney? You're seeing the skins out of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, such as like Captain America Civil War, Avengers Infinity War, and Avengers Endgame, and you're saying that these skins may be from Disney, but this game is not Disney. Like, dude, those skins are from Disney, and you're telling me it's not from Disney? You tell me, is this Disney or not? Because Marvel Spider-Man, because how can we have the skins like the stealth suit or the Stark suit, the Iron Spider, and the homemade suit? Because I'm at a loss of words. You tell me, is it Disney or not? Because to me, I feel like I would say, even though for those who are seeing this live stream, and I know there are people going at a cringe-worthy moment, they're going to say like this, and I'm going to say this to them. This game is a part of, get this, is a part of Disney. There. You see that? I don't see anything wrong with that. If this is a part of Disney, this definitely feels like Batman Arkham Origins feel. And I would say that this game is a T-rated, but should have gotten an M-rated because of the cutscene that looks like 9/11, and not to mention when a doctor who got corrupted with the power from the negative touch, and then pulls a gun and pulls a sidearm on himself and shoots himself point blank range on the head, because that should have been M-rated and all that, and there's some other scenes, and like, yeah, I'm gonna say Disney is starting to go into that that Arkham Batman Arkham route. So yeah, it is. So tell me, do you guys think that these suits, what you see, the stealth suit, the Stark suit, the Iron Spider suit, and the homemade suit? Yeah, Isaac Delaney. Thanks, Ruben. Thank you for telling me that. Why are these suits are in this game, and why isn't and why? And I'm wondering, why do these people say that Marvel's Spider-Man is not a part of Disney? You tell me this. Why do I see some of the suits that are from the Marvel Cinematic Universe that is a part of Disney? It's like you're saying Sora from Kingdom Hearts is a part of Disney with Square Enix, and now Super Smash Brothers is now a part of Disney, but it is, but it isn't? And you're telling me that this game is a part of Disney, but it's not? Hello, Earth to people. I would say this game is a part of Disney, to be honest. Morgan Michaels is an alias commonly used by Morbius? Alright, Fuentes, take care. Really? Morgan Michaels? Isn't that the same guy who was trying to help the community with that Devil's Breath project to turn that virus into a cure? I know. Oh, yeah, Big Cat. Technically, Sora is half Disney, half Square Enix, but that's my opinion. Still, Big Cammy. Even if it says which is half Disney, I would say now that Super Smash Brothers is now a part of Disney. Wouldn't you say the same thing? That this game would be a part of Disney, because you see some of the skins that are from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, like Captain America Civil War, Avengers Infinity War, and Avengers Endgame. You tell me that. You tell me that. Because if somebody says, that's not Disney, it is, to be honest. Because I would find that highly, ridiculously possible that it is a part of Disney, and please don't say it's not, because it is. As far as the game is concerned, yes, but in the comics, it's a whole nother story. Okay, Austin Lawrence, you saying as far as the game is concerned, but in the comics, it's a whole nother story. Okay, so in the comics, that was written by Dan Slott, if you want to know, for those who remember the guy named Dan Slott is the one who wrote about the white spider thing. He is the guy who wrote this, Dan Slott. Not Dan Dio, Dan Slott. So that would be the same guy, to be honest. Dan Slott, the one who wrote the comic about the white spider, from what you're seeing, is in this game. This was like my biggest complaint. You're saying this is a part of Disney, but it's not. It is, but it isn't. And what Austin Lawrence says, the game is, yes, but in the comics, it's a whole another story. because it is right in front of our face. It's right there, to be honest. I mean, I'm not saying it isn't, because it is absolutely true. You can't just not take this away for granted. So I'm going to say this out loud, and I know people are going to have like a cringe moment, like I'm going to make everybody cringe from what I'm going to say. I would say Marvel's Spider-Man is a part of Disney because of the skins from what you see in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, from Captain America Civil War, Avengers Infinity War, and Avengers Endgame. And because of that, from what the skins you saw about the Iron Spider and the Stark suit and whatsoever, and the, not to mention the homemade suit, that is a part of Disney, and I suppose because of that, it is unanimous and the judgment is settled. It is a part of Disney. But still, this game, I would say, even though it's made that Disney would like to go into that Batman Arkham, that Arkham route feel, because, you know, Insomniac is following the footsteps of Rocksteady and WB Games Montreal, I would say this is going to make things work for them in their favor, since they paid attention of the Arkham games of Batman so much. This is why you get to pay a lot of attention when it comes to the Arkham games of Batman, and how will it fit into that story. As an autistic person, I would say that Marvel Spider-Man, at the best of my ability of what I can do, it is Disney. No matter what. As far as this game is concerned, yes, but in the comics, it's a whole nother story. Would DC will ever become a part of Disney? I highly doubt it. But there are crossovers between Disney and the DC Comics DC universe, because usually the DC universe is being made by Warner Brothers. So, for that matter, I would not say this is concluded. I would say that this decision is going to be ongoing no matter what. As far as I'm concerned, of this game that is a part of Disney, when they say it's not, because it is, but it should have been an M-rated game, because some of the scenes that should not be, because this game is not kid-friendly at all. And finally, they made this game that should be not a kid-friendly game. Like, why are you playing a Spider-Man game that every kid likes to watch Spider-Man? Like, yeah, but this game is so colorful with colorful costumes. This game is horribly dark because it's like Batman Arkham City so much. The same thing goes for Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales. Feels much like Batman Arkham Origins. So, yeah. I'll never understand why. You want to know what? You want to know a game that was T-rated when most of it was rated M? Mortal Kombat versus DC. Yeah, I understand that. There will be some times that a game such as this should not be a T-rated game. I can't believe a diabolical plot would absolutely pulled it off, and it worked, And like, what kind of child's nightmare would see this, that this game is not KID friendly? Because this game is a lot more swearing than Batman Arkham Knight. Because it does. The same thing goes for Final Fantasy VII Remix on high definition. Because they pulled it off, and they should have been an M-rated game, not a T. And also, the entire game is copyrighted by mostly music. And now, because of that, it is terrible. I like Injustice. I'm not a fan of Mortal Kombat. I mean, I know the characters from Mortal Kombat. It's just I'm not a fan of Mortal Kombat. I play Mortal Kombat games, I just didn't know it was an M-rated game, to be honest. How come no one ever told me this? Because I was too stupid enough not to find out, and then I found out later on, like, oh, that's why. Like, yeah, I'm a stupid idiot who doesn't figure things out, and now I finally figured it out on my own and understand why is it an M-rated game, because it is an M-rated game, you not so smart person, you. Scorpion was a guest in Injustice, and Sub-Zero and Raiden are guests in Injustice 2. If they're going to make a third game of Injustice, I would say it will happen, but like a few years from now, since that game came out like 2 or 3 years ago, or a few years ago. I would say Injustice 3 would be the final nail in the coffin of the Injustice universe. That comes next with the DC Comics. Yeah, Injustice 2 also had Hellboy as well as the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And who would not be a fan of a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? I mean, I wasn't trying to be a Benedict Turtle because I watched a lot of TMNT in my young age, and Cam Clark was the original voice of Leonardo and also voices Rocksteady. It was a big rock. Hey, boss, I'm Rocksteady. My boss is Shredder. Oopsies. Like, yeah. Batman versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on DVD. That I'm gonna say that's PG-13, to be honest. Once you said it. You know, before I end this live stream, I'm gonna say this. This is like it's like something you know to sure, that something to know when you make a strong argument. You saying that this is that, this is not this is not that, because why did they input that in the first place? Why did they input the skins that are from the Marvel Cinematic Universe that's a part of Disney, and this game should be a part of Disney? Why is Sora now in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? Now Disney is a part of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which makes it Disney. So, there you have it. There's your judgment. There. The end. Set 54-0. There's your judgment clue on it. The entire game is now partly Disney. The entire game is now partly Disney as I'm playing right here, as you can see right here, which is Marvel's Spider-Man. Part of Disney. There you have it. Now, you tell me, why should not be a part of Disney in the first place? If they did not input the skins there, this game would not be a part of Disney, which would not be a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe in the first place. That would complicate things, would it? And this is why I made the strong argument of why it should be a part of Disney. I mean, look at the graphics of this entire game. It's almost similar to that of Batman Arkham Knight. Because it should have been. Into the Spider-Verse suit. Yep, I'm familiar with that. Because I've seen that movie. It's really good. It's absolutely good. Cyborg Spider-Man. It reminds me of the Winter Soldier. Which is absolutely funny, but absolutely true to have a metal arm. Hey, dude, you got a metal arm? That is awesome! Can I check out and study the metal arm? Please, I want to use it as my science project. I can get a better grade and be able to pass class so I can get into college. Whoa! So yeah, would you like to have a metal arm to have as a science project for your senior class, or for a senior project thing, or to pass the grade, and if you do, you'll be able to graduate because with a metal arm. It's like, yeah, look at me, I'm rocking with this metal arm, and no one can stop me as your friendly neighborhood cyborg Spider-Man. Although my life is ruined because of what happened. Oh, why can't anybody feel bad or whatsoever? 'Cause I don't know. Okay, now for some final accomplishments here for Autism Awareness Month of live stream. Remember, when you have autism, you have a gift and a curse. You represent something what's inside you. Don't let anyone tell you different otherwise, because when you are different than everyone else, you carry something that no other person ever has. You got something that you have that no one ever has. You have a gift that you carry, but it's also a curse. A gift and a curse at the same time. That's right, Big Cammy. Tell this to everyone, including in front of the live stream. You said, because you said this before, you see autism as a superpower. And when I say this, that you turn a negative into a positive, because we all start off with the negatives first, right? Because, well, things are not going to go your way. Things are going to go horribly wrong in your path. And if you want to have, like, the perfect life, as in nothing bad will ever happen to you, FYI, there's no such thing as the perfect life. Because there will be things that will not look good for anyone's mantle, including my own. You're asking yourself, why do I have this? Why do I have autism in the first place? I never asked for it. I never asked to have a gift and a curse. I never asked for this in the first place. But guess what? Guess what? You never asked for it once. But, listen, you already have the gift before you were even born. Before you were born. The gift you already have is already in you before you were born with it. Austin Lawrence, you said that you have a knack on fanfic. Now you tell me, is that a gift or a curse because of what you do on said fanfic? Big Cammy, you said you came into my channel and found that my Ultimate Arkham-verse is so intrigued before Paper Mario Z. And you decided that you wanted to start something on your own to create something. And and now you tell me this. You have a gift of something that you be unexpected. Like, when you mentioned about a dream and then you came up with this idea, because that idea about coming up with the drones thing, when you had a dream about dark glitter dream using drones, and I was looking straight at the drones, and then all of a sudden, like, yeah, and then I asked you, what did she sounded like? And then you said, she kind of sounded like, very authoritative, like Sailor Moon type of like, really, yes? Like, but only what Glitter Dream would say, only what Glitter Dream's lines would say, like talking authoritative, like, oh, really? So like Sailor Moon, but in a talking authoritative way, like, yeah, that kind. And, usually sometimes people who have autism might have dreams of what they've seen from the comic strip visual novel thumbnails, and then all of a sudden they find something that piqued their interest at. When you were so intrigued, your interest was so piqued on my channel, and because of when I created the Ultimate Arkhamverse, you decided to stay in my channel in the first place. And I would say, what piques your interest that got you so interested in my entire channel of what I created, the Ultimate Arkhamverse, I would say I find this truly interesting, and I would say, for those who have autism, even though not everybody's the same, I would say this is worth it. Ruben Osario, since you have autism, you took the first steps of talking to me in the first place. I know you're not very good at socializing people. The same thing goes for you, Austin Lawrence. You began to socialize to me when you took the first step, when you took the very first step to come to my channel and talk to me, and found out that this isn't so bad. Maybe perhaps, okay, who knows? I might stay here a little longer and see what happens. And then all of a sudden, this one moment lasts 1 minute. Then 1 minute became 2, 2 became 4, 4 became 8, and so on. Kevin Mohammed has, I didn't know he has autism when he told me right now. Autism is a gift and a curse. Makes our brains click. It's like a puzzle piece that you try to piece it together all by yourself to create your own view of your world. Like everything around you, when you're in a room, when you go outside, when you're in an event, when you're with family, when you go on a road trip, when you go inside an airplane, when you ride on a boat or on a cruiser, everything you feel around you, you're letting your imagination run wild, and you feel like my thoughts are going to become so real that I'm going to turn my imagination into reality. So it's like being autistic is like you change your whole different view than a normal person would. I would say like autistic people are those people who put puzzle pieces, who put their very own puzzle pieces together in their very own view. I'll say this again. Autistic people, in other words, people who have autism, or should I say Asperger syndrome, put their very own puzzle pieces together of their very own view that fits them together, or that fits in together of that said person who has autism, or that person who is autistic. So that is how it is. We are the ones who can give people a chance, who can give those people something that we can give to. We are those people who have autism, who are autistic, can give those people something that they really wanted to do. We can give them something like what they want to see. What they want to see fanfic. What they want to see a comic strip visual novel thumbnail. What they want to see a sport. Oh, yeah, definitely, Austin Lawrence, about the puzzle pieces, putting their very own puzzle pieces together in their very own view of their world. Definitely, So we are those people who represent those who have autism. And it's like, yeah, of course, sure, we are different. Yeah, don't get us wrong. But we are something else. We are those people who can make a difference in this world to do something about it. Competing in the sports, or competing in a dance contest, doing something like fanfic, or playing those, or really small, playing those in video games, or those who do their comic strip visual novel thumbnails. Because you played Banjo-Kazooie, I would call the jigsaw puzzle pieces jiggies. The reason why when we try to put the puzzle pieces together is because we have no idea how high our IQ is at. In other words, how smart we are. When you try to insert, put A block to insert slot A, and then you have B block to insert slot B. and then everything like seems like everything's coming clear. It's like you can finally understand what it means to put those inserting the blocks. What it means to understand the basics of math. What it means to understand to drive an automobile. What it means to understand the meaning of it. Autistic people are truly gifted, are truly talented. That we have been given a gift that we cannot waste it on such matters and terms. We can't let this something that goes to waste all of a sudden and then it just completely disappears. Sure, there may be haters out there, I'll give you that. But just because there will be people who will hate you doesn't mean it's going to be easy. It's going to be hard. There will be hardships. There will be trying times. But most important of all, autistic people, or should I say those who have autism, can overcome things, overcome the obstacles, overcome the challenges that we face head on. Why do we do this? It's simple. Because autistic people, or should I say for those who have autism, see their world in a different view. And they can say to themselves, and by saying, I can do this. I can figure a way in. And it's like my brain is like a computer that I can find and analyze a way to get there. So quick that no normal person could ever think this fast. And that is how people who have autism, those who are autistic, will be able to think so fast, so quickly, because they have a gift. I wouldn't call it boring. I call it being smart. Why are those people being smart? Well, a normal person wouldn't understand this because it's what we do. Let's just say we see this differently than any other normal person could do. Like, let's just say it just happened because it did. And because it happened, I just don't know how to explain it. That's how autism is. I may be smart, and then this happened to me because I see my view differently. I mean, of course, a normal person would see their view like normal, but an autistic person would see everything very differently. That is why you can't waste a gift such as this. Autism is a gift and a curse. Autism may have its ups and downs, but all in all, it can be used as something. It can be used as a superpower. It can turn a negative into a positive. You can turn this upside down to make things, how to turn things into light, how to solve a puzzle, solve the clues. Like, how would you know this unless you pay attention? You might as well remember so well that you can't get this out of your head. Earworm, for example. So, for that matter, I would say this is a whole different level when it comes to autism. Autism can be a gift and a curse, but all in all, I would say that autism is something to learn that. Like, you're okay. You're okay on the inside, but how are you okay on the inside when you feel like you're not okay? It's alright if you're not okay. It's okay to be scared. It's alright to be in fear when you don't know how to socialize people so well on social media. It's okay to live in fear because it's common for those who have autism. Or should I say it is rare. But if you take the first step when you have autism, just take the first step. Take it and never look back. Because once you take the first step, you just stepped into a whole nother world of your very own view. And because of that, you never looked back. You just took the very first step by going to a one place that you always wanted to do. Taking things on social media, besides YouTube, such as Twitter, Facebook, Discord, Instagram, and TikTok. When those who have autism, you just got to realize it's alright to be afraid. But just remember, you are not alone when it comes to social media. You will never be alone because every social media, there will always be a silver lining. And when those who have autism, there will always be a silver lining when you don't even know that when you remember something, for those who have more than one page on social media, it would be that person who has a page on Twitter, a Facebook page, and a page on Instagram, a page on TikTok, and a page on YouTube. Not to mention Discord. And that is why we as people who have autism will have to take the very first step on social media and telling themselves and asking ourselves it's okay to be afraid, but we should tell them that we are not afraid to take one step. Because why? We just want to be a friend. We don't want to make enemies. We just want to reach out to each other, make connections with friends, and be happy-go-lucky. Is that too much to ask when a person who has autism, who has social media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Discord, Why is it so difficult for everybody who say that I can't do this? Would they do not want to? Will they do not want to, or will they not? Is it that so hard for those people? I did mention this to you before, Austin Lawrence. It's okay to be afraid, and it's okay to be living in fear. I mean, and being shy. Because when it comes to social media, such as Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Discord, and TikTok, you'll never know. You will never know. You just can't let someone ruin you on the first day when someone takes you out for little or no reason. You just get by. Big Cammy's right, of course. He says it may be scary at first, but eventually you'll get used to it. The same thing goes on YouTube, Austin. It may be scary at first, but eventually you'll get used to it. Just like you are doing right now. Just like I'm doing right now. Just like Big Cammy and others who are doing right now. You tell me, is this scary when you come to socialize to me on YouTube? That's not Twitter, that's not Facebook, that's not Discord, it's not Instagram, that's not TikTok. I'm going to say this. It's alright. It's alright to be afraid. It's alright to be shy. It's alright if you have fear. But if you don't take the first step, then what's the point of moving on in the first place? Because we as autistic people need to make the first step. We need to make a choice to take that first step. If we don't take that first step on social media, then who will? Who will take that first step before us, Austin Lawrence? Who will take that first step before us, Big Cammy? Who will take the first step before us, everyone? As a person who has autism, I would like to say, when I took my first step on social media, I was scared at first. I was afraid. I was shy. Yes. But then I realized I overcame it. And then I finally made some friends that I know of. I made friends for those that I only know of on my other social media page on YouTube. And why? Because those that I know of may have Facebook and Twitter or both or another social media page. That is why I must not let fear get the best of me. I overcame my fear, and I did just that. I overcame my fear of being scared, being afraid, being shy to those on social media, and I did it. That's how I was able to pull it off. Do you see what I'm saying, you guys? Do you understand what it means? to take the first step on social media, because it is all right to be afraid. It's all right to be shy and being scared and having this fear in you. Because I know that fear will eat anyone alive if they don't know how to take their first step. That's how people who have autism must learn, want to know. They need to understand what it means to take one big step to mankind. And we understand why that autism is a gift and a curse. Because it's already in us. That's why we have to carry this. We carry this legacy because it's not in our blood. It's not because it's in our blood. It's because how we live through it. It's how we live through it. We live through it with autism because we show people how to do it, how to make it, how to put it to practice. And that is why, and this is how Big Cammy says this, we got determination. We never give up because we have determination. Every autistic person has determination. You were determined, I'm determined, he's determined, everyone's determined. And that is how we'll be able to pull it off. And that is how it is. All right. Oh, what a long live stream. So, tell me, you guys, what do you guys think of this live stream of Autism Awareness Month? Of this entire live stream, of what it is, what I said to you, because when I tell you, put it in the comment section below the video, not the chat, because the comment section below the video lasts longer than in the chat, because it doesn't work that way. We are stronger than that, because we are stronger when we are together, not as individuals, but we are stronger as a family. So hopefully you guys understand what it means to be autistic, a person who has autism in their system. It's not because we are born with it, it's because we live through it. That is a good stream. Leave a comment section below on the video, not the chat from what you're typing in the chat. The comment section below the video, because it lasts longer than in the chat. Leave a comment section below in the video and tell me what are your thoughts about Autism Awareness Month and what makes you you to have autism. What makes you you to be autistic. Also, as your friendly neighborhood superhero who likes to take chances, making mistakes and getting messy, who likes peanut butter and chocolate and or breakfast for dinner, and also celebrating our 5-year anniversary of this entire channel of Leo's Let's Plays Alliance, and not to mention celebrating Autism Awareness Month for the entire month of April. We definitely need rainbow ponies and unicorns, Ruben. Definitely. So anyways, Godspeed, play safe, and shalom. Just remember to fight with honor, love, truth, and justice. because each and every one of you who have autism, just like me, are special people who can make a difference. Never forget that. Don't let anyone tell you that don't let anyone tell you that you say that you're not like this, because you are special. We are special. And as autistic people, we are truly special, because God gifted us with this. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for this live stream. And thank you for this moment. And I hope I see you guys on tomorrow for a premiere of, who knows, either Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past, or Super Mario World. And not to mention, coming in the near future, My Heroes 1 Justice, the first game, is coming to this channel. And not to mention, Halo 2, the remastered version in high definition. So, thank you guys, and take care. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much, and it means a whole lot to me.